Okay, y'all, it's time to get into this wonderful dessert today. This right here, what we're making today, ladies and gentlemen, is the white wine cake, or more commonly called the crack cake, because it is so addicting. So y'all, let's get on over here on this counter and let's get this cake together. It's a very easy one to make, okay? All right, meet you on the counter. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this white wine crack cake going. Now, in this bowl, I have one box of this yellow cake mix, okay? So yeah, this is gonna be one of our cake mix cakes, but easy, but very good. So this is a box of cake mix in here, and to that, I'm adding this box, oh, I got it upside down. But this is a box of this Jello mix, and I've already opened it. So let me see, can I turn around? But y'all get it. This box of Jello mix right here, and this is the 3.4 ounce size. So I'm gonna go ahead and just dump that in there. And again, this is yellow cake mix, and I'll put my and this is the instant pudding. Don't get that kind that you got to cook, y'all. Okay, so I mixed that in here, and now I want to add a 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar. Just 1/4 cup there. You know, when they say crack, that means you're not gonna be able to resist it. So that's a 1/4 cup of white sugar, and now I'm doing a 1/4 cup of brown sugar here. And you know, I packed it just a little bit, because you know when they say brown sugar, sometimes they say pack it, and then sometimes it's just, you know. But anyway, that's my 1/4 cup of brown sugar there. So these are pretty much my dry ingredients here. Now what I want to do is start putting my wet ingredients to the mixture, okay? So I have 3/4 cups of just water here, okay? And now I'm going to add 3/4 cups of olive oil, okay? Just a little olive oil here. I'm using a little olive oil, okay? Now that seems like a lot, but that's what this recipe calls for, okay? So I'm gonna get that in there, and I'm just gonna move this around just a little bit, okay? Now, I wanna go ahead and put a 1/2 cup of white wine, and that's our booze, y'all. And we're doing if I can get this top off, okay. Yes, it's a screw top. I don't have the cork today, but just a little white wine, and this is a little, you know, some Moscato here. And I'm doing a 1/2 cup. Yep, 1/2 cup of this. And get it on in there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna move this around just a little bit. And you know, when I'm doing my cakes, I like to move it with the spoon before I put the mixer in there. So now I want to put 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Yeah, good right there. So, and I kind of do these level spoons of cinnamon there. You know that cinnamon can sometimes break a recipe, so I don't go no further than I have to with cinnamon. So that's 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and now I'm going to add my 4 eggs. And you know, even though this is not, well, it is going to be in a bundt pan, but it's not necessarily a pound cake. But I like to stir between my eggs. You're going to aerate the recipe a little bit, but you know, the recipe doesn't necessarily say to stir between each egg, but I just do. So there's egg number 2. That's egg number 4. And now I'm going to get my mixer and get ready to get in here. Okay, so I kept the mixer going for about 2 minutes there, scraping the sides down in between. And so now this is ready. So now I need to get my bundt pan. Really. I'm gonna spray it down with a little bit of Baker's Joy. Ooh, it look like I'm barely in business with Baker's Joy here. So we're just gonna go around there real good to get that pan ready. Okay, now, and my stove is already on at 350 degrees, okay? All right, and now we're gonna get our batter poured into our pan. This is just an easy cake, but man, if I tell you, it is so worth the effort. So now I'm gonna hit it down to kind of get those bubbles out of it. And now we go into this oven and we're gonna let it bake for about 50 to 60 minutes, but I'm gonna test it at about 45 minutes to just make sure that it's going okay, and I'll stick my toothpick in and we'll do it from there. Because you know, all ovens are calibrated a little bit differently perhaps, so that's how you have to gauge your time. But 50 to 60 minutes, okay? So now what we need to make is this this sauce that's gonna go over the cake when it comes out of the oven. So I've let the cake bake now. It's been baking now for about 25 minutes, so half of the time. And I'm going to get the sauce ready so that when the cake comes out of the oven, the sauce can cool a little bit before we pour it on. So in this little boiler here, this little saucepan, I have a half stick of a half cup. Let me get my voice together. I have a half cup of butter, which is equivalent to 1 stick of butter. To that, I'm gonna add 1 cup of sugar. Now I need to get this sugar melted in here. Let me turn this eye down some. And I'm gonna go ahead and add, it's gonna be Boozin all the way through. I'm gonna go ahead and add this here, which is a 1/4 cup of white wine. All right, and we're gonna stir this until this sugar is all melted. So I've been stirring it now for about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn the eye off, because when you see it kind of getting like this, I know that my sugar has melted. So I'm gonna let this rest so it can cool, and when the cake comes out, we'll be ready to push and pounce on the cake with this little white wine syrup here. Okay, so we're just gonna let it rest. Okay, so there, our cake is out the oven, and it actually took mine only 45 minutes roughly to bake, because as I said, you know, our ovens are sometimes calibrated differently. Okay, now it's hot out the oven, and it's time to pour your syrup on, and the syrup has cooled a little bit. So here it is after it's cooled. You know, it's white and foamy a second before, but it's cooled, and now we're gonna get it on top of this hot cake, and that will help it absorb a little bit more in there. And we just pour it over the cake like so, all the way around. Okay, so now I'm gonna let this sit right here for about 30 minutes until everything absorbs and the cake is pretty cool. So 30 minutes, we'll be back and ready to do the next step. Okay, y'all, so there it is. It has been sitting here for 30 minutes, a little bit more than 30 minutes, and it is completely cooled, and you can see all of the syrup have absorbed in there. So now what I want to do is put this cake over here, and you know how these pound cakes or bundt cakes can do is you flip it and hope for the best, hope that it releases like it's supposed to, but I felt the slip, so I know it's ready. So there she is. Woo, very pretty, very moist. Now, what I want to do, and it's a dark colored cake, so don't be saying, oh Lord, she burned it up, but I didn't. So now I'm gonna put a little powdered sugar on it, just dress it up just a little bit. Here we go. And y'all, that's it. Boom. There she is. That crack cake, y'all, or some call it the white wine cake. Okay, we'll be slicing it up in a second. All right. Hey y'all, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today in this Boozin kitchen and letting me be part of the peak to your day. Well y'all, we got it done. Honey, this white wine cake, or more commonly called the Southern crack cake, is just that. It is so addicting. But you can break the addiction, you know, you can freeze up some of it. You don't have to eat all this cake at once. But y'all, I'm telling y'all, I ate more of it than I should have. Just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at it. Yes, this is that white crack cake, and you know what? I'm gonna go on and get into this white wine cake, cause honey, here we go. It's so moist, so something caramely about it. And what that white wine does, you know, the alcohol of it cooks off, so it takes on more like a flower, floral type taste to it. But baby, get one more piece, because y'all know I have to go in with mine here.